What is up, and welcome to SGPN's The Daily Dog. We are already at episode number 59 of this show. This is Underdog Picks for Thursday, August 22nd, 2024. If you're new to Underdog Fantasy, sign up with promo code DailyDog, DAILYDOG, at UnderdogFantasy.com or on the Underdog Fantasy app. All right, yesterday was a bit tough sledding. Otto Lopez, of course, came through. That guy is a stud. Nobody knows it. He doesn't have big power numbers, but he delivers in clutch situations for the Marlins. He started out with a single and a double in that game. I think he got another hit in that game. But we can save the love affair for Otto Lopez on this lowly Marlins team for another time. Let's talk about today's plays. And I need to make sure that you know that these games start early. They start at 10:05 a.m. Pacific, 1:05 p.m. Eastern. These are two baseball plays. The board is not my favorite. You know, a lot of games are starting early, and the tennis menu is fairly limited right now, and I just am not really big into playing qualifiers for the U.S. Open. So I had to go baseball, and I just didn't want to force some stupid plays on the late games. So hopefully you're listening to this bright and early. This show will be out at 6 a.m. on all feeds, or at least by 6 a.m. on all feeds Eastern. So you have 4 hours to get these plays in. The first one is going to be a Yerfie, a higher than 0.5 first inning runs allowed by Gavin Williams and Gerrit Cole. I mean, have you seen the top of the Yankees lineup in this series so far? Yeah, it's only been 2 games, small sample size, but let's just talk about it a little bit. So yesterday, Judge went 2 for 3 with 2 home runs. Soto went 2 for 3 with a home run in the first inning. He also had a double in that game. Gleyber Torres got on base in that first inning as well, and he came home with that Juan Soto first inning home run. Then in the first game of this series, Soto had a home run in the first inning. Judge had a home run in the first inning. So they're pretty hot, and they're odd. Both these guys have amazing OPSs, obviously. And if Gleyber Torres is getting on base, I like that even more. I think that they should have had Gleyber Torres probably leading off for this team for a lot earlier in the season. They tried so many different experiments with who is going to be that first batter opposing pitcher's face. I think they just got to stick with Torres, and when Jazz is around, Jazz can play in that role as well. Hopefully he gets healthy soon, because that's basically, I think, the Yankees' best hope at making real noise in the postseason is having those 3 guys together with Giancarlo Stanton as healthy as well. But yeah, so hopefully Torres gets on base early in this game. I will say that those 2 first games in this series with the Guardians was against lefty starting pitchers, but let's not act like Juan Soto and Aaron Judge can't hit versus righties as well. Gavin Williams is not impressive. So let me just quickly give you some more Judge stuff. So Judge is batting .342 versus righties with 34 home runs, while batting .716 and with a 1.168 OPS. In the first inning, his batting average is .420, .980 slugging, and 17 home runs. Soto in the first inning, batting .304, or Soto overall versus righties, batting .304, .610 slugging, 24 dongs. First inning, he's batting .337, 1.143 OPS, and 9 first inning home runs for Soto as well. So yeah, I like these guys against Gavin Williams, who's allowing 5.0, or he has a 5.0 ERA in the first inning. He's played exactly 9 first innings this year, and he's allowed 5 runs. I like my chances with this Yankees lineup at the bottom, but you know what? We don't need to wait till the bottom, because we know Gerrit Cole has had a very up and down season. It won't take much for him to mess up against this Guardians lineup. Jose Ramirez, you ever heard of him? He's a pretty good switch hitter. He will be batting in this first inning for the Guardians. He's batting .364 in 39 plate appearances versus Gerrit Cole with 3 doubles, a triple, and 2 home runs. Naylor also has 3 home runs versus Cole. So yeah, I think that these pitchers are going to give up a run in this first inning. It's a day game. Hopefully it's not sleepy, but again, just the firepower, the momentum of some of these hitters really has my attention. I think that this one should be a first inning smash spot for the over. That said, I'm going with a Nerfy as well. Lower than 0.5 runs allowed for the least sexy pitching matchup possibly on the board. Cal Quantrill versus Patrick Corbin. This game also starts at 10:05 a.m. Pacific, 1:05 p.m. Eastern. Quantrill's first inning ERA is .263. I mean, there's some bright spots in this Nationals lineup, but again, there's not no one that I'm like, oh man, I give him a high chance of going yard in the first inning. Obviously, CJ Abrams is probably listening to the show before the game starts, and he's going to try to swing for the fences. I'm kidding, but let's just hope that Quantrill gets this done. Again, I'm not afraid of this lineup. And the other side, we got Patrick Corbin. I know it's Patrick Corbin day, so you're going to get great value. Everyone thinks Patrick Corbin stinks. His first inning ERA is 3.69, which is better than his full game ERA right now. But you also remember back about 4 starts ago, when he played against the Padres, he started the first inning, got 2 outs. There was a rain delay for over an hour in the middle of the first inning. He had to come back out, and he allowed a 3 RBI hit from Ha-Seong Kim, and allowed 3 first inning runs in that game after having 2 outs and an hour rain delay. If we take those 3 runs out, I mean, I'm not saying that he for sure wouldn't have allowed a run in that inning, but again, the circumstances were abstract, or not abstract, they were just a little bit unusual, and you need to factor those into your handicap. If you take out those 3 runs, his first inning ERA is 2.88. So again, I think that this is a good one that's under the radar for no run in the first inning. I mean, it's the Rockies and the Nationals. These lineups are not that threatening. Yeah, there's a couple guys here or there who can get hot, who can make some big plays, but I am not going to be losing sleep over no first inning runs in this matchup. These two plays together is a standard 3.0x multiplier, just standard 2-leg slip 3x, keeping it simple on this Thursday. And again, those plays are first inning higher than 0.5 runs allowed by Gavin Williams and Gerrit Cole in the Guardians-Yankees game, and lower than 0.5 runs allowed in the first inning for Cal Quantrill and Patrick Corbin. All right, let's take a quick minute to talk about our sponsor, Underdog Fantasy. If you're new to Underdog, sign up with promo code DailyDog. That's just one word. You get a deposit match bonus of $1,000 now if you deposit $1,000, and I believe it's now 100%, not just 50%. Obviously, make sure you read the terms and conditions when you sign that in, when you sign up with that. But SGPN, site-wide, all of our shows, we're getting a $1,000 deposit bonus if you're new to this app. If you're going to be firing on props this football season, wouldn't you like to start with a higher bankroll, maybe double your bankroll? You know, if you put $500, have an extra $500 to play with. If you put $100, you get an extra $100 to play with. It is definitely worth it, and you can start that NFL Week 1 action right now. They've got, right now on the site, they've got Caleb Williams higher than 215.5 passing yards in Week 1 against the Titans. His real number is 240.5, so you're getting 25 yards of value against this team, the Titans, that is breaking in a new staff. I think that the Titans maybe could be okay this year. I don't really know. I mean, I kind of have some faith in their new coach, Callahan, but again, I just really think that you got to take advantage of these early numbers. You could take Caleb Williams at 215.5 right now and then wait and see what the steam does, because I have a feeling people are going to be taking the over on Caleb Williams a lot, and you might be able to get like a 35 yard middle on this number if you wait. But again, I sign up with promo code DailyDog, DAILYDOG at UnderdogFantasy.com. Use that promo code and get that deposit match bonus of up to $1,000. Thank you for the sponsor, or listening to me talk about our sponsor. Now let's get to the fun part. Let's go to the Dong Squad. These are guys that I think are going to hit home runs. If you watched that game yesterday, that Braves against Phillies game, JT Realmuto broke our heart. He literally crushed a ball. It was going, and caught with the outfielder's wall back on the left field wall. It was so sad. I thought he was going to get that home run home, but what do you do? Not every ball is going to fly out. Maybe there was a gust of wind. Maybe he shouldn't even been close. Maybe a gust of wind pushed the ball that far. I don't know. But it was frustrating because I really wanted Realmuto to get that one over the line. It was a huge multiplier. All right, I'm going with Francisco Lindor, higher than half a home run versus Dylan Cease and the Padres. I know Cease is awesome, great pitcher. Lindor is playing very well right now. He has 3 home runs and 9 at-bats against Dylan Cease in his career. Cease has allowed home runs in consecutive starts. He's allowed 17 home runs on the year. So Cease is a high-variance strikeout guy that if he misses, you can get hard contact. Obviously, Lindor is a very talented hitter. He's got power, and he is playing well right now. I am going to be taking Lindor, higher than half of a home run. Next, we're going to Yordan Alvarez versus Corbin Burnes. Yordan of the Astros against Corbin Burnes of the Orioles. We're due for a Yordan. Yordan needs to get one. Bregman got one the other day. Alvarez can do it versus Burnes. He's got one versus him in the past. I think Burnes is a little bit of an overvalued pitcher, so I want to take advantage of it here because we're getting a higher than 2x multiplier with Yordan Alvarez, who is one of the more talented home run hitters in the AL. Lastly, I'm going to target Schwellenbach, starting pitcher for the Braves. The Phillies' offense has really been suppressed. I mean, basically both teams have been suppressed offensively for the last couple games in this series. He's a nice young pitcher, a little bit of a surprise. I think he's performing better than anyone expected. But I feel like there might be some frustration in the top of this Phillies lineup. I'm going to be going with the leader, Bryce Harper, higher than half of a home run. These three plays together in a flex play. If it goes 3 for 3, you get 62.54x return on your money. If it goes 2 out of 3, you get 7.8x back. All right, I mentioned it yesterday. I started a new podcast with my buddy Amal Shah, who you might know from VSiN and radio. I think he does the Rick Neuheisel show every week during the college football season. So Amal and I have a show called Just Win Sports. We just previewed all of our college football conferences, at least the Power 4 conferences so far. The new one coming out on Thursday, is the SEC conference preview. We kind of both like a dark horse or a semi-dark horse in that league, so be sure to check it out. And what else can I say about that show? We're going to have our best bets for week 0 on that show on Friday, so make sure you're subscribing. Right now, only available on Spotify, but more platforms are coming soon. You can find a link to that on my Twitter. All right, thank you very much. One more time, the show play is higher than half of a run allowed by Gerrit Cole and Gavin Williams in the Yankees-Guardians game, lower than 0.5 first inning runs allowed by Corbin, Burns, and Cal Quantrill in the Rockies versus Nationals game. That's all I got. Let's make some money.